Well, my dad sat down one night and he started talking about the Boilermakers and what a Boilermaker is. And he pretty much said what a lot of us know, and that is most people don't know what a Boilermaker is. He said, I'm going to ask you something, just think about it. He said, would you ever consider looking at the archives? That he knew it was in bad condition and a terrible state of decay. There were tens of thousands of documents, books, tools, paraphernalia, posters, banners, everything you could think of, just crammed in these rooms. When you see generations of Boilermakers in these old black and white photographs or albums of jobs, it's pretty moving. And you're looking at generations of craft and commitment. I decided to take that on, and we put together a team, BHPD, and got all of that stuff and put them in archival sleeves and put them in archival boxes, just to preserve. I spent my entire life wanting to be an artist, and my father knew I was passionate about that. He said, if you want to be an artist, you're going to have to learn a trade. Well, I learned the Boilermaker trade from master craftsmen. I worked for years in both construction and shops. And it was the Boilermakers that made my dream come true. I was self-employed as a sculptor in Boston, and I did a lot of architectural work and design work and high-end work. I got the project to make the railing at the Brooklyn Bridge. The Boilermakers made that happen. I love history. Most of my sculptural themes are about history. I've read history all my life. My dad loved history, so we realized that the BHPD would be the best vehicle to not only preserve the history of the Boilermakers, but to create a future. I said, I think we need to make a film about the Boilermakers that tells the world who they are, what they do. And our first film was History Moving Forward. There has been no better medium that we could have used than film to bring Boilermakers to life. Our awards, we do all the mold making, casting of the waxes, make the bases from scratch. It was just important to me that if we're going to represent the Boilermakers, then we're going to represent them by making things. We're going to make things like the museum walls and those benches with components that Boilermakers are going to recognize that they use, like dogs and wedges. The big riveter that's in the museum, my team made all of the molds. That thing's made of 13 different pieces. This has changed my life in the most extraordinary way. From where we started 8 years ago to where we are now, I've seen some huge changes in feedback, and I hear it from the guys. You just can't imagine how that makes me feel. It just makes me want to work harder, do more stuff, C.W. Jones, my dad, he spent his entire life with the intent on making the Boilermakers the greatest craft that they could possibly be, and that was his mission. And I'm just really proud to have been allowed the opportunity to try and fulfill one of his last requests, and I wish you were here to see it.